Hello, I'm psychologist Shruti Vellaturi, and this is the recording of the results of experiment number 101 on social norms and conformity. This experiment was implemented at 8:20 a.m. on September 9th, 2015, and it lasted until 3:50 p.m. The experiment was designed to see why people conform to society's norms and what happens when they don't. For this experiment, I had to go to school dressed nice. That is outside my norm because I have tennis every morning and I'm too hot, sweaty, and tired to dress nice to school. It is also outside of the social norm because most people at CHS don't wear fancy clothes to school every day. As you can see in the picture, I wore a denim romper, cute sandals, jewelry, and I even curled my hair. At first, I walked into school and I was super nervous because I didn't want to attract attention. You could tell from the way that I looked down and walked quickly to first period that I obviously wasn't comfortable wearing these clothes because 1, it wasn't what I usually wore, and 2, I didn't want to look different from everybody else. But as the day went on, people started giving me compliments like, "Oh, Shruti, that's such a Tumblr outfit," or "Your romper is super cute." Oh, and my personal favorite is, "Shruti, I love that romper so much that I'm going to come into your house when you're sleeping and steal it." Now that last one was also borderline creepy, but I took it as a compliment nonetheless. And as soon as the abundant amounts of compliments were given, my attitude and behavior both started to change. Before, my attitude was that my dress wasn't normal and it looked bad and different. Now my attitude was that I was wearing something special and quote-unquote something super cute and belongs in a magazine. Before, my behavior consisted of me sprinting to class as fast as I could wearing sandals and nervously glancing at the floor. Now my behavior consisted of me walking taller and slower. I had this pep to my step that just came naturally. After all these observations, I learned that social conformity makes us just like everybody else and doesn't allow us to be different. Because of social norms, we are afraid to do anything that is outside of it because it might be too over the top or crazy or even eccentric. We get too locked up in the fear that we never even try to be special. But when another greater force, like this experiment, pushes a person to take a step outside of the imaginary line of the social norms, we see that we change as a person. Now, the change can be bad or good, depending on how we break social norms. But in my case, I feel like I now have the courage to step outside and be myself. And most people miss out on that. Now, I can definitely also see why it would be important to conform in some cases. Conformity gives us strength in numbers, because when we all feel the same way about something, we get more passionate as a group. For example, soldiers all dress, behave, and fight in the same way so that they have a sense of unity. They know that they have people that will support and fight with them, and this belief lets them fight harder and stronger. On the contrary, there are other times when people should definitely question social conformity and the urge to conform. For example, when applying for colleges, you want to make yourself stand out in a good way. Colleges want people to participate in different activities and have different beliefs. Colleges look for people who are different because they want people to bring their unique personalities and ideas to their college. So in this situation, it would definitely be good not to conform to society's norms. After completing this experiment and saying this report, I now have a greater understanding of social conformity and why we all have this hidden fear to break it. I have also developed a greater appreciation for those who don't conform to society's norms, because I now realize that it actually does take a lot of courage to defy something that everyone else believes is right. I know people say to stand up for what you believe in, but they actually don't know how hard it is to follow that until they've actually done it. It's important to respect and follow social norms when appropriate, but that doesn't mean you can't keep your individuality and break a few rules sometimes. Thank you, and that is the end of report number 101.